Ja, er ist 29 Jahre alt und trat zum ersten Mal bei der WM 2015 in den Mittelpunkt, als er damals Wes Newton und auch Kevin Painter schlug und plötzlich im Achtelfinale stand, wurde damals vom späteren Sieger, vom späteren Weltmeister Gary Anderson gestoppt. Die aktuelle Nummer 38 der Welt, er kommt von der wunderschönen Insel Teneriffa. Herzlich willkommen, the Spartan Cristo Reyes! In den Augen haben. 2013 gewann er ein PDC Challenge Tour Event, 2014 ein PDC Youth Tour Event und in diesem Jahr schlug er auch auf dem Profi-Circuit zu. Im Mai dieses Jahres gewann er sein erstes Pro-Tour-Turnier. Die Rede ist von The Maximum, Josh Payne.
One of the up-and-coming young guns in world darts on stage right now, Josh Payne, a man who has won his first PDC title this year, taking on Cristo Reyes, a man who has been making quiet progress himself over the last couple of years. Cristo, Spain's top player from Tenerife, still not even 30 years old. Made his first quarter-final this year in the PDC, made his first semi-final in the year in his PDC career as well this year. He is moving forward, and if he can continue to make progress, then maybe Cristo could work his way up the rankings and into a position of power in PDC darts. But these two potentially have long and fruitful careers ahead of them. Dan Dawson in the commentary box alongside me. Chris Murphy, a man who has a long and fruitful career ahead of him, no doubt.
Thanks for that, Dan.
Don't know in what.
Yeah, these players certainly have a long and fruitful career ahead of them. I'll ignore the last comment and we'll move on. But yeah, we've had an Austrian, a Dutchman and a German move through to the second round so far, so they'll be joined by either an Englishman or a Spanish thrower. Cristo Reyes and Josh Payne, both under 30. Both guys like me with big futures, Dan.
Very much so, of course. Couldn't find any previous meetings between them, no record of it, despite the fact that they've both been playing regularly on the PDC circuit the last couple of years.
Gentlemen, first leg, Josh to throw first. Game on!
So it's the Maximum, Josh Payne, a new nickname, which he kind of press-ganged into getting a nickname for his TV debut at the match play earlier this year, taking on the Spartan, Cristo Reyes. One of two Spartans we'll see this weekend, of course, with Big Dev here, Devon Peterson. Yet another nationality represented here at the European Darts Trophy.
Yep, certainly the international feel to this one. We had a Hungarian player in the last game. Unfortunately didn't make it through.
55.
And Cristo, he has been expert over the last
60.
couple of years of qualifying for these European Tour events, which we've already mentioned is no easy thing to do, particularly when he's not coming through the host nation qualifiers either. There's European qualifiers, and you look at the players who
80.
are involved in those. This is his 5th of the year. He had a little sort of bit where he tailed off and wasn't making them on as regular basis. And one last 16 appearance, that was in Munich. Ended up losing 6-5 to the eventual finalist Peter Wright. All the other ones he's gone out in round 1, so work to do for Cristo to pile on some money onto his ranking and try and make the European Championship.
44.
Yeah, we've mentioned quite often that Josh Payne has won a PDC title this year, so there's been a lot of hype around him, but Cristo is a higher rank for these two players.
140.
Ranked number 40 in the order of merit. And we were saying before we came on air, Dan, that he's worked hard for that. He's
45.
consistently made last 16s in Pro Tour events.
Yeah, and he had that barrier of not getting past the last 16. He finally broke through it and made a quarter-final back in April. And he lost to Robbie Green, actually, in a deciding leg. And then he made a semi-final in July, lost to Joe Cullen, who's playing some great darts this year. The 137 is not going for Josh Payne, so Cristo Reyes is going to get a chance to break the throw here. And I think Cristo may go for the ball here with his first dart. Yeah, that's the one, double 17. And
Game
there it
shot in the
is.
first leg.
Well,
Reyes.
Christo using the ball to guarantee a dart at the
Second
double.
leg,
In the end, he
Christo
got
the
2, and it was at double
first.
17. I'm not sure that's
Game on.
anybody's favourite, but it doesn't matter. He hit it first dart.
Yeah, I've seen some players go that route in the past. There is a method behind it that the 25 followed by a single leaves a double rather than the bull. But the reason why other players may not go that route is because if they hit the bull
42.
and then come inside the 17, then they're without a dart at a double with the last shot.
Yeah, I did wonder whether, having hit that ball, whether he'd go straight at the 17 or split it. You know, he's done the hard work by guaranteeing himself a dart at a double, and he'd get his pick of what double he wants pretty much. But he went straight at it, and he pinned it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, good start, confident. He knew what he was going to do, and he went for it.
60.
In that run to the semi-final of the Players' Championship a couple of months ago, he beat Vincent van der Voort and Benito van der Pas, who the winner of this match plays. They've certainly got pedigree.
140.
Yeah, I mean, he came out of nowhere. I don't care who you are. If anybody says, oh, yeah, I knew about Christo Reyes before he turned up at the World
25.
Championship and made the last
Christo
16 and got his tour card by virtue of that, I don't believe you. There's only pretty much one person who knew about Christo, and that's a guy called Dragos, who's big in Spanish
65.
darts. Nobody else had a clue.
Yeah, he's become the Spanish #1 since then. Plays in the World Cup with Antonio Alcinaz.
140. Christo require 96.
And he's looking to double his lead early on in this match. Go downstairs. No dramas.
66.
Yeah, if you're not
Sorry,
going to take it
64.
out, then just leave it handy, and he's left it very handy. Double 16, and Payne hasn't got going in this one at all. And we saw
58.
Martin Schindler go 2-0
So
down and then
required
turn it
32.
on, or at least up his level in the last game. Josh Payne may be forced to do something similar. He's not even on a finish
Game
here, so
shot, the
Christo's got
second
all the
leg.
time in the world. Sees off the double
Reyes, third
16,
leg, just to through first.
and it is 2-0 to the man from Tenerife.
41.
Not a happy man right now, Josh Payne. Not happy with how the darts are going. Seems to be pulling them low a lot. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. He's not fiddling around with his equipment or anything at the back of the stage, so maybe just not happy how the arm is working. It's better. And that's yanked a bit low. He stays up there, interestingly.
Yeah, Payne having a fantastic season. We mentioned that Pro Tour win. That got him his debut at the World Match Play, and he lost to Robert Thornton, actually, 10-7.
140.
The Thorn bringing an end to his run of first-round exits at the Winter Gardens.
Yeah, well, just looked a bit ropey for a while there, didn't it? Josh Payne pushed him close. I think the mantle now passes to Kim Huybrechts in terms of who's got the worst record at Blackpool.
42.
Yeah, I think he's on around 6 now, 6 first-round defeats. Huybrechts, someone seems to have that mantle at Blackpool, don't they, every time?
100.
The guy that we will see in our next game used to have it, Andy Smith.
Yeah, the Pie Man back on the Euro Tour, and what a delight it'll be to see Andy Smith
95.
strutting his considerable
Just to
stuff
require
on this stage here in
120.
Mulheim. 120 for Josh Payne. Great first start. No problem with the second.
Game
And the
shot,
third
the
was
third
perfect.
Just
Shanghai
Payne, full
finish
flag,
and
Christo
Josh
to
Payne.
through first.
Is that the moment that gets him into this match and just lets him settle down a little bit?
Yeah, better stuff from Payne.
55.
120 finish, always pleasing on the eye.
140.
As is that.
Yeah, just finding that treble bed with a little bit more regularity now, Josh Payne. If he does get going, then Christo's in for a game here, because as we said, Josh Payne taking big strides in his professional darts career. He was 50 to 1 at the
97.
start of the year to win a PDC ranking tournament. A few people in the know had a few quid on that and have done very well out of it. And that is the sort of stuff that Josh Payne has been doing this year. Ton 40 followed by his first maximum. And Josh Payne looking to get the break back and level the match up at 2 apiece.
The first of this match.
140.
Decent response from Reyes, but Josh Payne is in pole position for that break.
100.
He's not shy of staying on the treble 20 when he puts one low, is he? Mind you, when you've got guns like Josh Payne, you'd back yourself to just bully a dart past any amount of tungsten blockers in the
80.
way.
Josh should require 81.
Well, let's see if he can find some sharp shooting on this 81 finish. Just needs to clip it off the barrel.
69.
Didn't get close enough.
Christo, you require
And Reyes
129.
has a chance.
It is. It is a chance. Well, he hits the treble, but... Well, there you see. Russ pointing out he needs another treble. Doesn't get it.
Now, there is an argument for going 2 doubles there.
Josh should require
With your
12.
opponent waiting on a double.
Game shot and a
As
full
Payne
flag.
levels up.
Just fine. Fifth leg, Josh.
Yeah,
to
different
throw
ways for
first.
different players, but certainly
Game
seen
on.
that in the past. It's a bigger bed.
Oh, 72, you know, you can go 2 in the same double of double 18, which a lot of players do like, or
55.
tops and double 16. I mean, they're ones that players regularly practice on, but...
The 1-2 nanny is one of those awkward finishes where you try not to leave it if you can help it.
125.
There are higher finishes that don't require 2 trebles.
80.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The board just rejecting that one from the treble 20, and it means that Christo Reyes effectively has stolen the darts, but needs a strong leg here.
100.
Tongue hits his nose in front. Christo appears to be playing in what is a very conservative dart shirt for him.
78.
Usually he comes out emblazoned in the Tenerife flag, which is one of the busier flags. There's all sorts going on.
Yeah, very low-key entrance from Christo Reyes.
96.
Leaves 180. Payne needs 2 trebles to get to a finish. Staying on the treble 20 and still trying to force his way through, and you just wonder maybe he's worth switching. He has hit the treble 20 after he's gone low with his first dart on more than one occasion, but playing the percentages, maybe it's wiser to switch on occasion.
Yeah, despite Payne's form on the Pro Tour, he's not really been tearing up the European Tour this year. He made a quarter-final
So
last
you
year.
require 80.
But Reyes looking to break back.
Game shot
And
at the
does.
5th leg. Christo Reyes.
Yeah, nicely done.
6th leg,
15
Christo to
darter,
throw
a
first. Game on.
clean check out of 80.
Yeah, after Payne starting to show some signs of what he can do, he was nowhere in that leg, really.
100.
Yeah, Christo, a good 10 points clear on the averages. I mean, that is helped by Josh being absolutely nowhere near the required level in the opening 2 legs.
60.
Just gifted them to Christo, who's played steady stuff so far. But a 15 darter for that break to go 3-2 up has just swung the pendulum back in his favour, and we see it. Another game with some
60.
impressive finishing. 3 out of 4 from Christo. More than impressive.
Payne finding the treble with the first start this time. Just pauses, has a think.
He'd taken a step to the right there after the first dart because he thought he could use it to get into the treble bed, and I think he was looking at moving down and wanted to get back to the middle of the board. So he's thrown from the usual position that he would do.
Yeah, you often
44.
see players do that. They step across there for the second dart and then switch, but don't move back to the normal position.
84.
I mean, it's only a small difference, but it's a different. You know, it's only a small target.
His darts do lean to the right, a bit like Wes Newton. It kind of looks more aesthetically pleasing when they land sort of straight and
99.
maybe slightly upright, but yeah, a really obvious lean.
Now then,
Doesn't stop him hitting trebles.
120.
He did hit the 180, but the last 60 points have ended up on the floor.
Yeah, second time he's had 60 on the floor there, Josh Payne, and it could well be crucial here if Reyes can find at least one treble. Can he get his way through there? He can. That's a good last dart. Leaves him on a 2-darter. Payne looking at 138. This could have been 78 and a lot easier. And it's not going to go. So Cristo Reyes has a chance here.
58.
98 for a
Cristo, you
4-2
require
lead.
98.
And to re-establish the two-leg advantage he'd set up after the opening two legs of this match. Reyes, treble 20, gets it. Double 19, he's hit double 17. Oh, and that's the danger. You come inside.
82.
You don't get another dart.
Josh, you require 80.
Yeah, there is an option, like you said before, to split there. Opted not to,
60.
but not punished, and will return
Cristo,
for double
you
8.
require 16.
And he's
Game
punished
shot
for
on the
it.
sixth flag.
It is 4-2,
Cristo
and Josh
Reyes,
Payne,
seventh leg,
well
Josh
look,
to throw first.
he'll be annoyed
Game
that
on.
that 60 fell out, and it's cost him darts. But the thing is, he got a chance at the double. He didn't take it.
140.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it will have annoyed him. He would have been on 78 rather than 138 the previous visit, but had the chance still.
95.
And finds himself 2 legs adrift for the second time in this match.
And could it be 280 finishes that are the
60.
crucial moment in this game? Reyes took it out to break and go 3-2 up. Payne missed it to level the match at 3 apiece, and Reyes has the advantage here. Winner of this one will face Benito van der Pas, the number 8 seed, a former finalist on the European Tour.
84.
Payne in getting here beat John Bowles and Ryan Harrington, both 6'5". It looks like he need a similar result here to continue his run in this particular event.
Oh, do you remember on the European Tour? It
100.
used to be you couldn't move for Harringtons. Ryan, Rod sat here. None to be seen.
140.
I'm sure at least one of them's at home watching us with a cup of tea and a sizable packet of biscuits. There's not as many biscuits around either, is it, Dan?
95. Josh, you require
Certainly not.
77.
Athletic commentary team we have here as Payne looks at 77, one of the more athletic darts players around, Josh Payne. And
Game
that
shot on the
is very
seventh leg.
impressive from Payne.
Josh
14
Payne,
darter,
eighth leg,
3-4.
Cristo.
That makes it. But Reyes knows 2 holds of throw is enough to book his place in the second round to face Benito van der Pas.
And this is not a bad way to go about it.
140.
Yeah, Cristo had to come through the European qualifiers for this. He beat Wilco Vermeulen and John Michael, the Deadly Rose, the top player from Greece and the top player from Spain, duking it out. He won that one 6-2 in the end. As I say, he keeps on doing it.
55.
Qualifying, he keeps beating big names. I remember when Michael van Gerwen was on a ridiculous unbeaten run at the start of the year. I think it was last year. I think Cristo was the man to bring that to an end. He has beaten the top guys.
28.
He's capable of playing very good darts, averaging a ton. He's capable of doing that. He's just doing it game after game after game. And maybe we've just seen little signs this year that he is
45.
learning how to do that with his first quarter-final, followed by his first semi-final.
But in that run at the World Championships 2015, he did for Wes Newton and Kevin Payne, 2 experienced players, and he really put some pressure on Gary Anderson in
Yeah,
that
he
tournament.
did. I think the first set, he was unreal, wasn't he? He was averaging well over 100 in that. Gary didn't know what had hit him. It turned out Anderson then put his foot to the floor and kind of annihilated him for the rest of the game. But then again, he was
60.
doing that to everybody.
Yeah. And has continued to do so since on that particular stage.
Yeah, he has. It's been a long while since Gary Anderson was beaten on the World Championship stage. Oh, look at this. Yeah, 2 trebles for Cristo, and he's down to a finish. Payne needed to fill it up to get to a finish himself, and that means that Cristo's got 6 starts from 140. He'll take a level ton here to leave tops. Sure he will, just stay straight. Seems good, that one. Look at the flight there. Can it? Oh my word. Shocker.
55.
Well, that could have been easier, but he's left 85, and it might be another one of those where Cristo looks at the bullseye first to guarantee himself a dart at the double. There'll be pressure, though.
140.
They look precarious, those darts, again in the board then from Payne. But Cristo Reyes has kept up the pressure on Payne this whole match, and he's looking at tops to restore a two-leg advantage.
65.
Now a chance.
Josh, you require 101.
He can only get one dart at double, but he needs a treble to do that and doesn't get it.
93.
Yeah, given a bit of a let off there. Cristo Reyes, can he see this out for 5-3? Double five, can't afford to miss inside. Doesn't miss inside, but that's way off. And that
15.
doesn't find the target. Cristo Reyes has missed 5 darts for a 5-3 lead, and Josh Payne may be about to level the match here. It is 4-all. And a look of bewilderment on the 22-year-old's face, but he has got back into this match, admittedly with a little bit of help from his Spanish opponent.
Yeah, it was almost a I can hit what I'm going for moment from Josh Payne. Wondering where it's been for the majority of this match, but he'll be, in a way, pleased to be at 4-all because this could have been over.
Yeah, it really could, and there was some real frustration in that celebration at the 140 from Josh Payne. He now knows that it's 2 holds of throw. All he needs, that is good enough for the win.
But Cristo seems to be matching all Josh Payne's big scores and then outscoring him when he doesn't score big, and he's just keeping that pressure on every leg. And obviously he'll underscore him now.
Yeah.
60.
No. Thanks for that, Cristo. But in general, I would agree with you. And there's a poor one from Payne, 24. Now then, Cristo, a break here. A break here, Cristo, would be massive. And that's another one he wildly dragged into the 5, but it's a good adjustment for the 3rd dart.
Yeah, he'll be happy enough with that visit. Payne not really threatening the treble.
97.
Switches and finds that one and leaves a finish.
Big moment in the game coming up here. Cristo, last dart, gets him to 82. Payne needs 2 trebles for a shot at a double. There's the first one. Doesn't get the second one. Level ton leaves him tops. 82 for Reyes.
82.
Bullseye look at first dart. Gets it, double 16. Double 8.
66.
That could be huge. Huge opportunity missed for Cristo Reyes. Can Payne punish and move ahead in this match for the first time?
Double 10 for a 3rd leg in a row. Josh Payne is 1 leg away and he celebrates it, but he is, well, he's having to rely on Cristo missing. He missed 5 darts in 1 leg. He missed a couple of darts there.
45.
And 31% plays 56% in the checkout stats. That is why Josh Payne finds himself 1 leg away from the 2nd round.
58.
As you see, they're all legs in 19 darts or fewer. But double trouble for Cristo Reyes has put him in a position that he really should not be in.
You see, even with all those missed doubles, Reyes has a higher overall average. He's been the most consistent player, but when it comes to killing off legs, he's just not been consistent enough in that regard. And as we know in darts, you can score all the big scores you want, unless you hit the winning double.
And starting to put his foot down a little bit. He does like the treble 20. Most players would start on 19s there because 2 trebles in a single is 133. And as you can see, he's hit 140 and not left to finish.
Well, you have to say...
And Reyes gets the same combination, and
95.
had he found another treble, he'd have left 170.
Yeah, I mean, look, that is a mistake. It's not one he's going to be punished for. But if you keep doing that, eventually somebody's going to win a leg off you when they shouldn't have done. But look, Josh Payne has left himself double 16 for the match. And it's one where he's ridden his luck at times.
Josh, you require 32.
But for a 6-4 win and a place in the 2nd round, Josh Payne, double 16. There it is, a 13-darter. That's as good as you've seen in this one. And Cristo Reyes, the architect of his own downfall in many regards. But Josh Payne has booked his place in Saturday's action. He will take on Benito van der Pas in a battle of the young guns. We are 4 matches down in the afternoon session. We've got 4 more to come for you. And coming up next, it's Robbie Green, a man who... by turns, excellent last weekend against the Pie Man, Andy Smith, making his return to Euro Tour action.
Hier in Deutschland gelandet war, der Koffer kam nicht mit. Sein Sponsor, die Firma Bulls, hat ihm Klamotten gebracht, hat ihm Darts gebracht, dass er hier überhaupt an den Start gehen konnte. Jetzt ist er raus und Josh Payne steht in der nächsten Runde. Congratulations, Josh. There was hard work. It was a difficult match.
Oh, I made that hard work there. I couldn't even get going. Like, darts flying all over the place, but happened sometimes first game, but...
Through. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm through, but I'll be on a practice ball tonight. But like practicing, they're going fine, and then you come up here, they fly a little bit different. You've got to deal with it, yeah.
What's the plan for the weekend? What's the goal? Is it reaching the Sunday? Is it winning the whole tournament? Is that the only goal?
Oh, every tournament you go in, you've got to think of going like as far as you can. Sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes you can win, can't you? So.
Okay, see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Josh Payne, the maximum. Josh sagt, es ging irgendwie nicht so richtig los. Er kam schwer in das Spiel rein, die Darts sind nicht so geflogen, wie er das normalerweise kennt. Würde jetzt auch nochmal zurück ans Practice Board gehen. Das ist einfach so, wenn du manchmal auf der Tour unterwegs bist. Ich habe gefragt, was ist sein Ziel? Ist es das Erreichen des Entscheidungstages, des Sonntags, oder steht nur der Turniersieg ganz oben auf dem Plan? Er will natürlich so weit kommen, und das ist eine überraschende Antwort, wie es irgendwie geht. Er hält sich also zurück, zeigt sich bescheiden. Josh Payne, viele sagen, unter anderem auch Russ Brady, den wir eben hier auf der Bühne haben, wirklich ein großes Talent, ein guter Typ, von dem wir in Zukunft mit Sicherheit mehr